I had a full breakdown in a parking lot last week, and the trigger was genuinely embarrassing, but it cracked something open. Have you ever had one of those days when there's something you want to do, something you're looking forward to, and then everything just keeps going wrong, and it's like a snowball effect? No matter how hard you're trying to just be calm and just deal with it and accept it and embrace it, it just keeps going wrong. And then there's just one thing, the last thing you needed, the last straw for you to just explode. That's basically what happened to me last week. I just couldn't hold it anymore. I started crying in the car. I had this terrible inner monologue, and I just kept repeating all the things that I'm not doing right, all my mistakes, all the things I should have done different, all my regrets. I just kept repeating it in my head, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I started crying in a parking lot on a Tuesday. After calming down, I drove back home and I called it a day, just went to sleep. And after a lot of journaling and reflecting, this is what came out of it. The 5 things I'm learning and trying to believe at the moment. Number 1, thoughts are just thoughts. They're not facts, and they're not always real. You know when people say, oh, take it with a grain of salt? I think this is exactly how we should go about our own thoughts. When I was in the car crying, my mind was so blurry. I couldn't think. I was numb. I couldn't think properly, and I was just thinking very negatively about myself and repeating and telling to myself all the things that I've done wrong in the past 3 years. All of these thoughts are just thoughts. They're just ideas. They're just beliefs I have of myself. Some of these are misbeliefs or misconceptions, but at the end of the day, they're not facts. They're not real. I believe something that I struggle with is seeing my thoughts as the absolute truth when in fact they're just thoughts. So what I'm doing regarding this is observing the thought, like place it, visualize it in front of me and just observe it. What is it? Where is it coming from? Or what is trying to communicate or to tell me about myself? And then I can discard it or decide if I want to engage with it even more. Now, God, is this hard? Takes a lot of patience and control and self-awareness to even notice that you're thinking and that you're not thinking properly. But I do believe that this is one of those things that really does make a difference, because we tend to believe that everything that our brain decides to feed us is real when it's not. Number 2, taking things personal. I remember in my last relationship when my partner was very stressed out because of work or school, then he would not specifically take it out on me, but he would behave a certain way or say some things that he didn't mean when we were having an argument. And this can happen with friends or even family as well. And the thing is, everyone is going through something. Everyone has their own problems or situations, issues, experiences in life. Disclaimer, I don't mean to say that just because they're going through something that justifies their behavior, or that it's okay if they treat you badly or say some mean stuff to you because they're stressed out because of work or because they are sad because of something that happened in the family. No, it's not that. It's not a justification. Instead, I'm focusing on realizing that it has nothing to do with you. We should not take things personal whenever we're going through something like this, because what people say or what people do has more to do with them than it does with you. Another example I can give to you is last year I was talking to this guy, and then he ended things abruptly after 3 months, I believe. And once that happened, I was questioning myself like, oh, what happened? What did I do wrong? What did I do? But in the end, I realized that, and I even told him, oh, I know that this has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. But I believe that when someone else says something to us or does something that affects us, or when something bad happens, we take things personal right away. Even like when you apply to a job. This is a practice that it's taken me a while to grasp, because whenever I applied to jobs in the past and I would get rejected, I would immediately think like, oh, this is my fault. It's because I'm not doing this correctly, or because I lack skills, or because I lack knowledge, or because I lack experience. Or I would immediately look at myself and blame myself for not being hired. This isn't about completely ignoring your responsibilities or what you can do about things, but I believe there's a very fine line line when it comes to the things that you can do and the external factors. So in this job example, the job market is terrible right now. So there's just so many reasons why they probably didn't hire me, but so I should not right away look at myself and blame me and talk to myself in a very mean way. And the other side of the coin is to, yes, you can look at yourself and reflect on the things that you can actually do, but it's not always about villainizing yourself into thinking that there's something wrong with you or that you needed to act different. It doesn't matter if it regards relationships, career, personal stuff, you know. We should not take things personal because there's just so much going on. And remember that people's actions have nothing to do with you. They have to do with themselves. Number 3, listen to your body, your intuition, and your soul. I have a video where I talk about how hard it is to realize that you are growing your friend. Last year, I was hanging out with a group of friends. I've known them for a couple of years now. Do you get that moment, like you step back mentally and you realize that it's not the same as it was? You don't feel the same way as you did in the past. You don't feel comfortable enough, and your body can tell, and it's telling you. Last year I was hanging out with this group of friends and there was just something bothering me, and I just couldn't really focus on what everyone was saying because I was just so zoned out. I couldn't engage with them. I couldn't pay attention to what they were saying, and I realized it was because it just didn't feel like my space anymore. I didn't feel comfortable anymore, and more importantly, I felt stiff and tense, and like I was stopping myself from just acting, from just behaving, from just existing. Like I had to filter myself, filter my thoughts, filter my actions, because I didn't feel safe enough to be myself. This can happen with people, with places, with jobs, with career. Pay close attention to how you feel, what your body's telling you, your soul, you'll feel it. The next point is a bit controversial maybe for some, but it is to be selfish. For the longest time, I've been the friend who's always around, who's always available, who's always there for everyone, and that's amazing. But I realized that I was putting pretty much everyone before me. I was not prioritizing myself, I was prioritizing everyone. I was just adapting to everyone's needs, and I was never communicating my own. And I know that also tells me that I was not just taking up my space. I was not prioritizing myself. This also has to do with me. Like I was in the wrong for not talking, for not expressing, for not communicating. I realized I stopped doing the things that I wanted to do or spending time on my own just to prioritize someone else. Being always available for everyone can become really, really exhausting if you don't set the proper boundaries. I really want to be selfish with my time and with my attention. And this isn't only about people. I also have a video where I talk about how disgusting it feels to go back into old patterns. That's exactly the same point. Be selfish with your time and with your attention, even with the things that you do, the things that you pay attention to, the things that you give your attention and your time to. For example, last year I had a huge problem with scrolling on TikTok. So I would spend hours before sleeping just scrolling myself to sleep. It's about sitting with yourself and being extremely honest with the things that you want and setting your priorities straight. Saying, you know what, I've been wasting a lot of time on this, and which is like an actual thing I don't feel proud of doing. If I'm being completely honest, I feel guilty because this past few days I've been so focused on myself and doing the things that I want. I exercise, meditate, and journal every morning. Before, I would wake up and pick up my phone and start seeing my messages, the messages that I had to reply to my friends that were talking to me. Now I'm not doing that. I'm spending some time in the morning off my phone, like at least the first hour. I'm not available for them, and they text me and I'm not replying because I'm focused doing something else. So that makes me feel guilty. But if I don't do this, then where do I go? Where do my dreams go? Where do my priorities go? I think there's a time for everything, and right now it feels like it's my time to be selfish with my attention and my time. And lastly, coming to terms with uncertainty. If you fear the unknown, the future, the uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen, this is for you. For the past 3 years, I've experienced just so many things that I can't help but realize that we should not take anything for granted, not even our life. Last year, one of my friends from college passed away. One of the last things he told me, one of the last conversations we had was him reaching out to me because he was asking me about where did I get my resources to make videos, because he wanted to start making videos and he never got to make any. It's very shocking when you realize that life can really end anytime. Now you may be wondering, how are you relating this to uncertainty and to the unknown? It's because I don't know what's gonna happen. For the past few years, I saw that from a negative perspective, but now I'm trying to shift my mindset and be like, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen, and that's okay. That just means there's a lot of possibilities for me, hopefully. And that is exciting because I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'll be alive tomorrow. And this isn't some YOLO message. It's more about coming to terms with the fact that you don't know what's going to happen, but realizing the best thing you can do is to give your best every single day. And this doesn't mean you've got to push hard every single day and you know, like give your 100%, because sometimes your 100% is your 5%. You're giving your 5% and you're giving all of you. Embrace uncertainty and remember that it's okay to be scared. Realize that the fact that you're scared means that you care. Lastly, I want you to stay with this quote: even rainy days are necessary to enjoy the warmth of the sun. These are the mindset shifts that I'm trying to learn. I don't know what you think about all of this. You can let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye.